I ever see him again?
Well, you never know. The world's a magical place.
Whoa.
Since the world of Bluey is so large and expansive, fans have loved learning more about every character and their lives aside from when they interact with the Healer family. When the episodes show us moments in their past or future, it lets us as fans know that each character has their story to tell and takes the spotlight off of Bluey and her sister. When the new season airs, we hope to see more of the flashbacks to learn more about every character or the girls' past when they were younger. For now, though, we will list our top 6 moments Bluey has flashed forward or backward so far.
Here you go.
Thanks.
See you later.
Number 1. Bluey and Jean-Luc meeting again. In the episode Camping, Bluey runs off to play in the creek, where she soon meets a new friend. His name is Jean-Luc, and although the two kids don't speak the same language, they still play together. While playing pretend and tormenting Bandit, Bluey and Jean-Luc become quick friends. And when the boy leaves before giving a proper goodbye, Bluey becomes sad. Her mother consoles her and reminds Bluey that the world is magical and that they may see each other again one day. At the end of the episode, through a time skip, we see later on when Bluey is in her teenage years, her family camps at the same spot and she ends up running into Jean-Luc again. This reintroduction is a happy ending to the episode and for Bluey since she had been waiting years to meet him again. Their reunion can remind kids not to lose hope, especially if a good friend has to move away or life causes them to drift apart. With no way to know the future, seeing this allows kids watching to hold on to their hopes and dreams.
We'll have to make a house out of sticks. Bonjour. Hi.
Number 2. Bingo and Lila being friends forever. Similar to how we see Bluey and Jean-Luc remain friends once they meet again, Bingo experiences the same thing once she meets her best friend Lila in the episode Daddy Drop-Off. Here, we see the girls quickly take to becoming friends. Even though both girls are usually shy, Lila allows Bingo to break out of her shell a little to help her new friend. For the rest of their day in school, the girls play together, and what began as two quiet girls barely able to talk soon turns into an unbreakable bond between them. At the end of the episode, Bingo says she hopes she and Lila remain friends forever, and as she's saying this, we see pictures of the two girls throughout life together. The girls seemingly remain friends for as long as Bingo is in school, all the way up until the day the girls graduate. Because their bond lasts for so long, we can assume they remain friends even after school is over. And some fans even speculate that later in life, the girls become a couple instead of friends.
Bingo is my friend now. And I hope we're friends forever and ever and ever.
Number 3. Bluey learning to walk. In one of the more popular episodes, we see Bluey struggling to catch up to judo during the baby race. In Baby Race, Chili explains the process of teaching Bluey to walk and how the girl wanted to do everything else first. From rolling around to bum shuffling, Bluey seemingly couldn't grasp the prospect of walking like judo could. Having lost the baby race, Chili lost confidence in herself as a mother, which is something most parents can relate to while watching the show. Since raising a child is one of the hardest things anyone will do, feeling like a failure makes everything much harder. Throughout this episode, we watch Chili tell her daughters the story and witnessing it ourselves. Being able to experience firsthand what Chili was feeling through the flashbacks makes understanding her pain much simpler. Looking into the past makes the episode flow well while allowing the audience to see what the Healer family's life was like before Bingo. It also allows us to witness a time before the parents were confident in their abilities. Since Bandit and Chili are some of the best parents in any children's cartoon to date, seeing a time when they weren't the perfect parents and didn't have everything figured out lets the audience know that it's okay to make mistakes as long as you learn and grow from them. This is an especially crucial message to the parents watching with their kids.
I just felt like I was doing everything wrong.
Aren't you going to Mother's Group?
Number 4. Chili in childhood. While Bluey and Bingo are running away from their mom with their granddad, we watch as Chili struggles to keep up with them. The only thing spurring her on is her worry about her father overexerting himself or getting hurt. Although the three avoid her for a while, Granddad explains to Bluey that their mom grew up inside the woods that they were running through, and Chili would eventually find them because of this. While they continue to run away, we see flashbacks of Chili running in the forest when she was young and how she taught herself to get around. She uses her sense of smell to track them most of the way, and as she examines a piece of cloth that fell from a kid's shirt, we can see a carving in a tree behind her. Carved into the wood is Chili's name, stating that she was there. And it seems when she was young, Chili decided to write it. When she eventually finds her father on the docks waiting for her, she starts to get angry that he decided to run away. But when Chili sits next to him, we learn that she's just worried about him. While the two adults watch the kids play, Chili states that she misses being young since it was such a long time ago. But Granddad reassures her it was only yesterday, leading us to see her leaning against him as a child when the episode ends.
Yeah, she'll be here soon, I reckon. This was her favourite place when she was young.
Number 5. Bandit in childhood. After reading his daughters a bedtime story, Bandit decides to tell them a real fairy tale, one that is true. In the story, he says there are curses and princesses, everything his daughters love about their other stories. This one happens to be about him when he was younger, but as the story begins, we see Bandit back in the 80s as he explains to Bluey and Bingo what life was like back then. On the edge of their seats, the girls hold on to every word he says. As Bandit tells the story of learning his lesson about teasing his brother, we see more about his life when he was Bluey's age and his brothers Stripe and Radley when they were young. The flashbacks allow us to experience what Bandit did firsthand until we see Chili when she was the exact same age. Although she denies it's her, the story seems to say otherwise. Even if the story wasn't entirely true, seeing Bandit as a child helps us understand why he's the way he is now, and how learning his lesson about teasing Stripe turned him into a better person. This life lesson he learned has followed him throughout his life, and now he can pass it down to his daughters.
It's about a mean brother who ends up good, and it's got a curse in it, and even a princess.
Number 6. Mackenzie getting lost. One of the more upsetting episodes of Season 3 is when we get the backstory about Mackenzie and why he acts the way he does. While playing a space game with his friends Jack and Rusty, Mackenzie wanders towards a tunnel they want to explore. Since the other boys are too scared to go inside, the Border Collie decides he will do it, even after his friends warn him not to, but he says he has to. We later realize the boy says he needs to go inside because it reminds him of something traumatic in his childhood. And after experiencing a flashback to his childhood, we understand why. After coming down the slide in a park, Mackenzie thinks he's been left behind by his mother. This time, their teacher Calypso is there to help him out of it, but when it happens, he's probably alone for much longer. Since the boy has friends to help him through his fears and anxiety, we are sure he'll continue to move on past them and grow as a character.
What are you doing here? We know you're about to go into the black hole. We've come to stop you, but I want to go in.
Since everyone has come to love the Healer family and their friends, each flashback or flash-forward scene allows us to learn more about the characters. These key details help us understand why some characters behave the way they do or how their past has brought them to where they are now. Like when Chili and Bandit meet early on in life. Since we also see the girls in the future, we know Bluey and Bingo end up happy and surrounded by family and friends who love them.
Enjoy Daddy Drop-Off!
I don't want a daddy drop-off. I want a mommy drop-off.
Oh, don't worry.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
Bum shuffle.
Bum shuffle. You were a bum shuffler. Woohoo! Go Bluey!